Hey guys, it's DJ Pirate here. So today I have the 51 clone by Ken Fong, obviously, because I don't like Ballad Plus's stuff. Ooh, nice little lens flare, that's cool. So I got the 51 clone not too long ago, right? And basically I got a discount on it because I got the wrong order. I got two squid trainers two squid trainer clones instead of a Squid Trainer clone and a Mako clone. So he gave me a discount, and I didn't really know what I wanted to get. So I instead of getting like a new replicant, which the liners are finally cracking, I decided to get the 51 because I know everyone talks about how great this knife is, and I wanted to see the height. Um, Now, just to start by saying, um, I think this is great. Like, I think it's a lot of fun to flip, but I don't think it's a very good competitive flipper. Um, the balance is really weird. Like, sometimes it'll feel really blade heavy, and sometimes it'll just feel too neutral. Um, like, especially on reverse behind the 8 ball, it feels very blade heavy. It's a little hard to do. But, like, oh, that was really bad. On, um, I can't remember the name of the trick, but the type of fanning where I've been doing that one a lot lately too, which is I can't remember the name of the fan where you just go like that, but I've been doing that type of fan into hand warmers, and I've been getting pretty decent at it, I think. But like let's say if I do a chaplain, like if I just kind of continue, right? Like if I go at the slow pace, it's fine. But when you really start to get like faster, you can feel it like slipping, and you have to put out your middle finger to kind of stop it a bit. Um, Now, if you guys watch Indiana John's videos, you'll know that he had a video about figuring out like if it was blade heavy, neutral, or handle heavy. And what's weird is if I do that, right, on this handle, it'll swing out, right? You can see it doesn't stop in the middle like his video. But then on the other handle, it kind of, oh no, it does swing out a little bit. Okay, never mind. So it is actually a little bit blade heavy. Huh, that's weird, because last time I did it, it kind of stopped the middle a bit, but maybe that was because I did it before I tuned it, so it could have something to do with it. Um, yeah, no, the 51, it's fun, and it actually does feel like the exact same as a real 51. It feels the exact same. Yeah, I'm gonna show handle play. So there is very, very little handle play. Now there is bit of tap. But what's weird is there's an actual tap in open position too. I don't know if you can hear it. Hopefully you can, but it's fun to flip. Like it's a lot of fun. Like I like bringing this thing with me, especially because it has like the same weight as it. Oh, I suck today. It has like the same weight as a squiddy, so it's fun to just kind of keep in your pocket and just bring it around with you and hang out and flip it from time to time. Um, so I like having it on me. Um, And like even when I'm at home, right, it's still fun to flip. Like I'll even flip this guy over using my TAC 3 titanium, right? Like this is my favorite knife that I've ever owned and probably will ever own. Like, it is just an amazing flipper in like every way possible. And I don't think any knife will ever do as good as this knife, in my opinion, especially from like the knives that I've flipped. So a quick story about this guy. If you don't know him, I did a meetup, or a small meetup, which was just me and him, with me and Indiana John, and I traded him my EX10 clone for this Triton, or not Triton, Titcam 3 titanium clone. And I was so happy to get this thing back. If you've been looking at my channel, you would know that I used to have a trainer version of this. But I never actually spoke about it on my channel, I don't think. Oh no, I did. When I was moving, I did the moving collection video. And I lost it at a friend's house, and he said he never found it, which I think he's lying. But that's besides the point. So I finally got it back, and still just as great as I remember. So yeah, we're done with this guy really quick. The 51 though, like, even going from that straight back to this, it's a weird adjustment, but it's really quick. Like, I've noticed with some knives, it's like a long adjustment to get used to it, like with the bare bones. It takes a long time to get adjusted to that knife, and I don't think I will ever get adjusted to it. But this knife, I can get really adjusted to it really, really quick. Like, it's a lot of fun to do fanning with. Like, I just remember, it's called choker fanning. Choker fanning is that. It's a lot of fun to do choker fans with, because even on video you can see like how, oh, that was bad. You can see how smooth it is with doing choker fans, like on both handles. Which is also great because the pocket clip doesn't actually get in the way that much. If you look at the profile of the pocket clip, it's not too high up. It goes up slightly, but it's not too bad where, like, let's say if I'm on the bite handle, right? It's not so bad that I can't do choker fanning. Like, you definitely feel it there, but it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, I would recommend this knife. However, I would not recommend this as a starting knife. I think this is a terrible starter knife, and I think that this is nothing like the Boker Plus. It may have similarities in build, but the actual flipping doesn't feel anything alike. They feel completely different. If we're talking as like better flipper, as in like competitive, the Boker is better in just every way. This guy is just too blade heavy for it to actually be competitive. And I think people saying that 5-inch handles are impossible to flip are just BSing, and they're trying to find any excuses to, you know, kind of get away with the fact that they're not good at flipping. Like, even with me having really, really fat hands, right, I can still flip this 5-inch handle knife, like, just fine. Right? Like, if I'm really trying to do tricks, it's not that big of a deal for me. Even with having very fat, stubby fingers. So, I think this is a good knife. I do think it's a lot of fun to flip, but I would only recommend this to someone who's had some experience with other butterfly knives and has maybe a couple months of experience. This is definitely not a first knife recommendation. And if you are going to get a 51, whether it's the real or the clone, don't expect it to be crazy flipping quality. Like, it's smooth, right? Like, you got very good free swinging handles, but don't expect this to be your main flipper. That's all I'm saying. I'd probably give this, like, for actual flippability, I'd probably say, like, oh my god, I'd probably say like a 6 out of 10. Not the best, not the worst, but for fun, I'd probably say it's like an 8. Like, this is a lot of fun to flip. So yeah, one more thing before we end this. These handles are really, really thin. Not in actual, like, thicknesses in that way, but the actual slabs themselves, like, in length. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Let me grab this guy. So, if we look at the tachyon first, if we put them next to each other, you can just see right off the bat that there's a difference. And then if we take, like, a more beefy knife, like Fix Cub, it's crazy, the difference. Like, here. Like, the height is just, there's such a difference. So, yeah, like, it's fun, you know. But once again, don't expect a amazing flipper. That's about it. I would definitely think this is a good knife. Just do not get this as your first. If you want other recommendations, check my other videos. They go over whether it's good or not, and I got a bunch of other videos coming. Stay tuned for a Sphixco Triton clone, Squid Trainer clone comparison video, because I want to go over the characteristics and the differences between aluminum channel trainers. So be hyped for that, and I will see you guys soon. Later.